Tribute in Winnipeg. This is the scene as hundreds of people gathered at the Manitoba legislature yesterday to mourn Grand Chief Cathy Merrick, a tireless and compassionate leader who dedicated her life to defending human rights and supporting members of her community and always fighting for what was right. Joining us this morning from Winnipeg is former MKO Chief Sheila North. Sheila, welcome to your morning, and we'll start off with saying our deepest condolences.
Thank you very much, Anne-Marie.
I want to share with everybody a tribute that you posted to Grand Chief Merrick on social media, because I think it really encapsulates what she means to people. A warrior to the end. It is still so surreal to know Grand Chief Cathy Merrick is passed on. She brought so much needed comfort at the most appropriate times and strong leadership that moved mountains, the first female AMC Grand Chief. And as you reflect on her contributions to Indigenous people in Canada and so much more, what does her legacy look like?
It's a legacy of passion and compassion. One elder said it best at one of the rallies here in Winnipeg, and she said her existence was her resistance. She was a very compassionate and loving, kind person, but she was also very, very forceful in everything she did. She was always, seemed to me, intense and on the move. And no wonder why. She didn't have a lot of time to do what she needed to do and what Creator made her to be. And so her life and her legacy will be remembered for someone who did and followed her heart, did whatever her heart told her to, and spoke up for the people that she loved the most.
You know, on that last point there, Sheila, I think a lot of people will remember seeing her outside the courtroom just a couple of weeks ago at the sentencing of Mr. Skibitsky, and just knowing that the support she had supplied to victims' families, but also how she had been there pressuring from the beginning. That landfill needed to be searched, always being there, always keeping the issues at the fore. She had this remarkable life. You know, you mentioned she was the first ever woman to head the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs in 2022. When did you first meet Grand Chief Merrick?
Oh gosh, we met a long time ago. I'm from her community. My father is from her community, so I considered her one of my chiefs. I grew up in Bunbonabee, but I'm also from her community. So our families knew each other and know each other. So we met a long time ago. And when I became Grand Chief of MKO, the first female Grand Chief, she supported me and she encouraged me. And throughout these years, we've competed in the same elections, and she was always kind, and she was always more than willing to give a hug and to say some kind words. And we had that respect for each other. We had that mutual respect. And so when I met her, she was always the same. And she rarely took no for an answer. She was one of those people that when she knew in her heart what she had to do, she went for it. And as I say, she gave hugs and love and compassion, which is one of her campaign speeches. She said that that's what she wanted to do. And it was the most appropriate time to do that when we needed her the most during that most difficult time of calling for the landfill and ultimately the rights of Indigenous women and girls and people.
I never had the honor of meeting her, but I certainly remember watching her throughout that issue in particular. What memories are you going to cherish most?
That she, while she was a tough negotiator, tough woman, she was also very kind. She always had a smile ready to go when you looked at her, and she offered a hug, and not just a small hug that some of us give, but she gave you that long embrace, and she would stay there as long as you wanted to. And so she was always open to that, and she didn't rush people when people were happy to see her. So I think people are remembering her and missing her for that. And behind the scenes, people that she negotiated with say she was so tough. She would say, "I'll stay all night if we have to talk about this," and she would, and she didn't back down. Treaty rights were very important to her, protecting her lands and her waters and her people. And she always talked about her community and the last few years of her life. That included all of us in the rest of our province and the rest of Canada. And it's to her credit and a few other people who pushed the issue of searching the landfill, but it's, it's much more than that. It's a protection of people, the protection of rights, and she was a warrior right till the end, to her very last breath. And so that's why people are feeling very emotional and grateful for for life and her existence. So I'm one of those people.
Her capacity was incredible, as you mentioned, to hold people as long as they needed and issues, but to stand up for as long as it was needed as well. Sheila North, we're sorry for your loss, and we thank you for coming on to help us remember her.
Thank you very much, Anne-Marie.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.